Live.
Oh, we
One,
are live.
2, 3. Look at that. We're live. Hold on. All right. This is old school. It feels like it's been a while since we did this.
This is crazy. Actually, what was even funnier is that you got to 3 and then you stopped, which is typical.
Yeah. Well, I was counting along with the
Yeah,
time.
and that was it. And you were
giving
like,
us a little bit of space.
I'm like, John,
it's over.
I need you to pull 5 new books for me this week. And he's like, 1, 2, 3.
That's it.
That's all you're getting.
As high as I go.
Yeah. Hey, John.
What's up?
Whoa.
This guy with his lightsaber. I don't have anything cool nearby. A bunch of models I'm working on. That's it.
I might have ADD. I don't know. I'm always playing with something. Hey man, it's been a quite some time since we've done this. Well, I guess about a week and a bit, right?
Yeah, I think we missed because we had to shift around some recordings. So anyone tuning in now, we've got a couple of viewers. It looks like so there is a new Heroes World podcast coming out this week. We kind of recorded 2 back-to-back episodes last week. So we did the Chadwick Boseman tribute, and then the day after we recorded the new podcast that we're going to be debuting tomorrow. I don't know if Rob wants to drop what that is or not, or.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give me a 2 seconds. Okay, because I wanted you were kind of your audio was going a little bit wonky, so
okay, yeah.
I wanted to make sure it wasn't my internet connection. Hey, yes, so new podcast dropping tomorrow. So in case anybody who didn't hear what John was just saying, is that we it's been a hot to steal Kevin Smith. It's been a hot minute since we've done anything because we did a couple of back-to-back episodes that we had recorded, and so tomorrow's episode is the 3 Jokers, and I am Jon Snow is live, and we're very excited. So we are talking about 3 Jokers, the new Jeff Johns, Jason Fabok, Brad Anderson book. 3 issues. The first issue dropped August 26th, John. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. So look, yeah. Well, Joey's in here. I'm gonna try and get Joey to join us if she's free.
Yeah, it wasn't 20.
Talk what's up. I'll let Rob keep talking because I gotta. What happens to me on screen when I do this? Am I still on screen?
You're still on the screen, John. We can still see you.
Yeah. Okay.
We can see you and your really long, lopsided hair.
Good to know.
And so John, myself, Andre, and Stu, we chatted about 3 Jokers. We did a bit of we reviewed it. We talked about our thoughts on it. We do go into spoiler territory. So if you haven't pick it up. John, I think if you have any left. And then
we got lots. We got cover A and B's. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, we got lots of cover A's and B's.
Yeah, and then we not only do we discuss 3 Jokers, but then we get into our favorite Jokers on screen, including animated versions or not. And one of us, and I'm not going to say who it is, and depending on which way the camera is facing on, one of us is very afraid of clowns. So there may be.
I said I was afraid of clowns, although clowns are creepy.
Right, but there may be a call.
That's how it is made to me. You know what I mean?
So yeah. So we talk all about Jokers. We talk a great deal about it. It's a lot of fun. It is funny, especially because there might be a call to arms for the Heroes World.
No, get out of here.
To all dress up as Jokers for Halloween and stalk somebody. So that drops.
That's a bad idea.
The episode drops tomorrow. It was a lot of fun because you know what? Listen, this is probably one of the biggest books that's come out in a long time. I think, and listen, I could be wrong. I think the House of X, Powers of 10, even the War of the Realms, those had huge hype behind it. They were people were excited for this stuff. Doomsday Clock had a lot of hype behind it, but then it kind of trailed off because it was so late, over 2-year run. But this 3 Jokers is the first time since House of X, Powers of 10 that I remember there being so much hype over it. So we go right into it.
Batman brings a lot of hype with him, though. Like a lot of Batman stuff just seems to kind of get big. Like Batman is definitely DC's cash cow. Marvel does have their Empire series going on right now, which is really good. Like the whole Fantastic Four versus Avengers thing, but it's definitely getting overlooked. Like because it's happened during this pandemic. But yeah, so I totally forgot about this Joker. I totally forgot about this Joker. So unfortunately, he's not mentioned during the podcast.
We
I don't
purposefully
know. Did we
did
purposely?
not. Somebody mentioned because it was the Rasta Joker from Batman Beyond. Is that like the future?
No. I think he was from the Batman.
The Batman. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he was a Joker that had this crazy hair, and he would I don't know if he did capoeira or he did some type of breakdance fighting, but I feel like he was really a really out of the box Joker. I didn't watch enough to actually really judge other than just what he looked like.
Yeah. So we didn't talk about him, Joey. And I think it sounds like for good reason. So yeah, we didn't get into that, but that was it's all. Listen, man, we see this every week. And I hope people appreciate and they agree with us. They are fun episodes. We have a blast. We laugh and we joke. And so if you're a fan of comic books, if you're a fan of movies, if you're in a TV show, even if maybe you're not, you just like listening to a bunch of dumbasses going off about whatever topic, we make it fun.
Hey now.
We make
Hey
it
now.
fun. Hey now. We make it fun. So so I definitely would suggest it. The new episode comes out tomorrow. It's on YouTube. It's on Apple's podcast, Spotify, Google Play. Anywhere you're going to get your podcast, you can go ahead and download that. Hopefully you are also subscribing. Please subscribe to the channels. It helps, get notifications on your phone. I'm out with the dog at 6:15 in the morning and boom, there is my notification of the new episode dropping every Wednesday.
This is a Joker that Joey's talking about, Rasta Joker.
It just looks ridiculous. It just looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
So that's the episode. That's the episode for this week, and it's going to be a good one. So I mean, listen, I could go on right now all about Three Jokers and what my thoughts are, but I'm going to let people. I'm going to bury the lead. You have to watch it or listen to the episode that comes out tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Like Rob said, this is like the biggest hype book, 3-issue limited series. Right?
Yeah.
Did we confirm that? 3 issues? Yeah.
Yep, 3 issues.
Yeah, Black Label. Yeah, covers A and B in stock right now. The other covers, hopefully we'll get more. I don't know. And we might have some of the rare covers in stock. And then I don't remember when issue number 2 drops, but
September. I feel like it's. I don't know the exact.
I can look it up.
September 26th.
You can see my fingers on the screen though.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, look, massive sausages.
The camera is in the bottom. Like normally, the camera's in the top of your computer. I've got a laptop on loan right now, and it's in the bottom. So that's why that's why it always looks like I'm like looking up into the distance. So I apologies, folks, but
end of September and then it's October. So there are, Joey we had mentioned the Doomsday Clock issue and fiasco with being so late over 2 years, and
September 30th, end of September.
Yeah, and there you go. And then the last one, John's October or whatever, that last Wednesday of the month of October is, I think.
Yeah, so it looks like they're aiming for the last week of each month, which is in line with how the first one came out. So that's cool.
Yeah, and it's great. It's all done. Like, this is the best thing about it, is that the book is done. And so you can you don't have to worry about whether there's going to be a delay in releases. It's done. It's ready to go. And now, John, I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but CGC is doing a private screening with Jeff Johns, Faye Bach, and Brad Anderson, who's the colorist, in I think it's the new year. So for those who would like to get their books signed and graded, you can pick them up from the shop, the books. You can send them off to CGC. That's be in by December 12th or something like that. And then you can, you pay your CGC fees and everything else, whatever. But yeah, man, if people are looking to get that stuff done, pick up the books from Heroes World and then go ahead and send them off to CGC. You can get all 3 of them to sign the books.
Yeah, that's cool. And we should actually consider, like, if people want to see an episode of maybe the whole CGC thing, then definitely let us know in the comments, and maybe it's been a long time since we did anything CGC. We used to have these guys that came to the store and would set it up for us, but haven't done that for, I don't know, a decade. but maybe we should explore it again. So because we always get a lot of questions about it. So maybe it's something we should get into a little bit more. I know Rob's a big fan of slabbing his stuff.
I do. I have a few slabs. I'm actually looking at a whole bunch of walls. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 10 or 11 books, right? So yeah. So if you were to go get yours, slabbed and signed by Fabok, Anderson, and Johns, it would look like this: yellow label, and with a signature. This one is a
I think that's the best that you can get to authenticate a signature right now.
Yeah, so CGC, they have to witness the signature. So I actually have. I met Jason Fabok a couple years ago, and he signed. You remember when the DC had the button, the Batman Flash?
Yeah. I remember. I think you told me. Yeah, you went there. Yeah.
Yeah, I went and I saw him. A really nice guy. Actually, I've met him a couple of times. At any rate, he signed them. I have them just framed in a normal picture frame in my basement. But I could not send those to CGC to have those authenticated because they didn't witness it. Now, there is another company called CBCS that they use computer imaging to authenticate the signature. So if you wanted to, if you have things that you would like to get signed, slabbed, you could send them to CBCS. They now have a Mississauga office or an address, so you can actually send your books to Mississauga, and they then get them done for you. It's an actual CBCS location in Mississauga, Canada. But I think it's kind of, I think CGC is the top tier of slab books. CBCS, I think, is second, but if you're looking at getting your books, if they're signed, that you got them signed at a con, like Fan Expo or whatever, but you want them encapsulated, and it's for your personal collection, then send them to CBCS, right? To have them authenticate that signature. Otherwise, CGC, you have to do it in person, like they have to witness the signature. So, and that's what's happening in December at CGC offices. Sorry, I think it's January at CBC offices. So for those, get your books. If you want them to be signed, send them off to CGC before December 12th. And they will grade them, sign them, and cap them for you.
Yeah, man. All right. So Jesse's asking us
a lot of information.
Yeah, that's all right. That's why if people want to see an in-depth episode of that process, Rob is definitely a veteran, and we can start looking at it from our story angle, and maybe we can start taking CGC submissions. I don't know if we have enough interest. Jesse wants to know what's our favorite cover of the 5 issues from number 1. So that's the top row here. So
Can
these two here,
there's a lot of covers, like it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
and these are all Fabok, right? These are all Fabok.
He did them all. He did them all. There are no other artist covers. Just he did them all. So what is my favorite?
Favorite from the top. So this Batman and Joker. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor. These are covers A and B, and then the other 3 on the end are considered premium covers. Stores were able to order them in whatever quantity they wanted. So it's not like they were more rare, but stores will maybe potentially order less like we did. We didn't know how big the series was going to be in it. So we were like, hey, give us a couple of each or whatever. So mine, I'll pick mine. I'll give Rob a second. I think I do like the Batman cover the best. And especially this middle row here, I think it's going to be a nice set to have because it's got Batman, then Batgirl, then Red Hood. So you won't get any Joker action, but you're going to get all the heroes that were established in issue 1. But the most popular one was definitely the Joker with the red hood on.
Really?
That was the one that everybody seemed to want when they kind of saw that there were other covers. Unfortunately, we sold out pretty fast, so we weren't able to fill them all. So I don't know, Rob, do you have a favorite or?
Well, so I'm going to actually probably. I like the fact that if you look at all of those covers, obviously we're looking at them face. So if you flip them around, on the right side of everybody's face, you have that purple light gleaming off it. But right? But you really see that purple light reflected off of Batman, Batgirl, and Red Hood. So I often wonder what that means because these guys, they're burying so many Easter eggs and stuff. I do like those, the cover B. I think though, for me, if I was to choose between all of them, if I'm not going to go cover B, I would go for the last one, Joker.
Your boy,
comedian with the dynamite.
Oh yeah, caressing the dynamite is pretty funny.
Because to me that just looks so evil and sinister, right? My least favorite would probably be the one with the fish, to be honest with you.
That was probably the least popular at the time. Yeah, and
not to say it's not a good cover, it's just for me, it's not my thing. But I would go. But I mean, I do like the crowbar one as well. I mean, I love seeing that blood dripping off.
That's very classic. It's classic Joker. I like this one where he's got the behind the bars upcoming for issue 2.
Yes.
And then down the bottom corner is the one I thought you were mentioning, which is the
Greg
Capullo.
Yeah, the homage
Scott
to the
Snyder one.
Solo,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's a great cover. That's yeah. So Jesse, thanks for asking the question, man. But which one was your favorite?
Yeah, I don't know if Jesse has a favorite. We've got I found out there's actually a 10-second delay between when we see these comments, I think. So if you're still with us, shoot us what your favorite was. Definitely want to know. We'll be able to read it after. I'm just looking.
The fish one is a good tie-in, though. Yeah, that's true, Jesse. The fish one is, and so we're not going to go spoiler on this thing here. If you want to go deep on spoilers, then definitely tune into the episode coming out tomorrow. But you're right, Jesse. The fish one there is a bit of a tie-in to the events that happen in the book in issue number 1.
Them Joker fish.
Yeah, the Joker fish. Yeah, could you imagine if you're out like fishing, you're out on nice,
and you pull out a fish from the pond with the Joker face on it?
Yeah,
could
you imagine? Yeah, like that thing is flopping all over the place. It's this massive grin. Like, would you eat it?
Hell no, man. Hell no. How desperate you got to be to eat like something questionable? I guess if you're on that, what's that new show, Alone or whatever, you pull out a Joker fish and you got no choice. You're like, I'm gonna cook this Joker fish and eat it.
But do you think?
And hopefully nothing bad happens.
Yeah, but throwing it back in might be worse.
Yeah. So Jesse's down with the Batman or the OG Red Hood, and I agree with him. Those were my picks too. So if I was forced to choose one, I would definitely choose the Batman one. That's a good Batman. Like Fabbook draws a good Batman there.
Well, and so we did talk a little bit. I think I might have brought this up in the episode.
You totally did, yes.
But Fabok has gone on record saying that he wants to get his definitive He doesn't know if he's drawn his definitive Batman, what his Batman would be. Where he talks about Jim Lee, Brian Bolland, even Capullo. They all have a certain. And man, this guy is way too hard on himself. We all know what Fabok's Batman looks like, and it looks amazing, right? Like every time he draws Batman, it just looks so good, right? Like I think about that panel in Darkseid War where Batman is on Metron's chair. Right, the Mobius chair, and he looks like he just stepped out of a Tron sequel, right? With the fluorescent, lines all down through his suit. Man, he has that chin. He's got that face. He's rocking the Ben Affleck type massive jaw, and he's always got the stubble. Right?
Fabok drew that?
Did
he draw that crossover?
What, the Justice League Darkseid War?
Yeah.
He drew it, and Francis Manapul drew one issue, I think, out of those 12 or whatever it was. So yeah, man, that's Jonathan Fabok who did the Justice League Darkseid War. Yeah.
So I'm trying to pull up a picture for people. But yeah, like you're a pretty big Fabok fan. So would you know off the top of your head like what kind of I know he was on Flash a lot, right?
Nope.
And no, he wasn't on Flash. So what's his kind of greatest hits that you can that comes to mind if you got them off the top of your head?
So the Justice League Darkseid War was probably his biggest book to date at that point. He broke in, I think, doing some covers, then was doing Detective Comics for a while, I believe, or not Detective. Sorry, what was that? Batman Eternal? Is that the one? He was doing Batman Eternal, I think. So. And then he did like the Justice League stuff. The only reason you might be thinking of Flash is because of the button stuff, but he never did any proper Flash books. And then he was been working on this stuff, right? So look at this, Andre Jimaparo. Hey man,
Andre's in.
Yeah, Jimaparo is great. He's got a wait. Do I have that?
You have that, and yeah, and Andre mentions the Justice League.
Yeah, I think I have the Jimaparo Batman, the black and white.
Dude, how's all this stuff just on the top of your desk?
It's behind me, right there. I think. I don't know if I can. Yeah, let me see. Hang on.
Yeah, it looks like Jimaparo Batman's getting a lot of love. Let's see if I can pull up an image for people quickly. Oh yeah, this is definitely classic Batman. This is kind of
Actually, no. You know what it was? Sorry, I don't have the Jim Aparo black and white. It was the Brayfogle. Yeah, Andre. Yeah, no, it was the the Norm Brayfogle was the is the one I was thinking of off the top of my head. I think the Brayfogle is a classic Batman look. I think him and Aparo, it can be sometimes intermixed, to be honest with you. But I love the Brayfogle Batman.
Oh man! All right, yeah, classic.
Right. So Andre had just said, "Don't drop it." So for those who may not be familiar, your boy is constantly dropping shit, or close to
Voltrons, statues.
Yeah. It was all it's a mess. I think I'm just not paying attention. Is really what it boils down to. Justice League. Yeah, so Faybox. So that's his kind of his big thing was that Justice League, Jeff Johns' Justice League run. So what else? Come on, people, ask some questions. What's going on with the hive mind on a Tuesday? It's almost 5:00 on a Tuesday. First day of school for a lot of people. Brayfogle has a good Batmobile. Actually, that was the one thing that I do like about this. Again, I'm only basing it off this first issue of Three Jokers, but man, there is a lot of nods to classic Batman stuff throughout. And I think Andre may have mentioned this throughout the 70s and 80s stuff, especially. Obviously, we know about the Killing Joke. It's right in the covers that we put up before.
Yeah,
there's a lot of nods to past Batman creators. Fraser said the Star Trek Day. Hey, how's Lower Decks going, bud?
I'm not caught up, but so, I still like. I think I'm up to episode 3. I want to say they're on. I want to say 2 more. Yeah, I think they're on episode 6. I feel like does it air today or tomorrow?
Thursdays.
Yeah. So yeah, I gotta catch up. I liked it for what it was, but there's so much to watch now. Or like Boys, 3 episodes dropped, right?
Yeah. So here's a question:
Is that going to keep? Are they going to do that every week? 3 episodes every week?
No.
I saw people complaining online.
Yes, and so I would like to know.
Fraser cut it. Yeah, that's where Rob stopped, right?
That's right. I only watched episode 2 for you, John, and then I was like, I'm out. So yeah, The Boys. I have not watched any of the new episodes. 3 episodes dropped on Friday, and then it's weekly after that. I really one episode a week starting this coming Friday. I really want to get into it, but I don't know if I have the patience to wait weekly. Does that make I don't know. I was okay with Game of Thrones being weekly. But I kind of feel like I want to watch The Boys I want to eat it. I want all of it now.
Well, you're gonna eat it. I'm fine with it. I think these streaming services sometimes they're doing themselves a disservice by giving it all away. So I don't know. Well, Andre's got an interesting question. I don't know if you can answer this, Rob, or not. I was trying to get Andre into this stream, but he's actually at the store right now, so might be a little busy for him to be able to hop on here.
Well, people should be going to the store and picking up 3 Jokers so they can listen to the episode tomorrow.
Yeah. So So get some 3 Jokers from Andre right now.
Does a Joker belong in the Legion of Doom? I don't think so. I don't think
because he's not a team player. I feel like he was a team player on something, and I was like, how do you have Joker on your team? He's not going to do anything you want him to do.
Well, now he was part of the Legion of Doom, so Andre would probably remember, or you might, John. But this Justice League run that Scott Snyder was doing last year, I felt like he was part of the Legion of Doom. But I don't know. I kind of feel like Joker doesn't belong in a team environment, to be honest with you. I see Lex Luthor being part of a team environment. I could even see like the Riddler being part of a team. I just think that the Joker has to be more on the periphery.
He can only be a team of himself, hence 3 Jokers.
They're very good.
I feel like he's such a wild card. He's probably an even worse team choice than like a Deadpool, right? Although they did a wicked job with Deadpool and Uncanny X-Force, which is a fantastic read. But throwing, like, if you're like, should Deadpool be a member of X-Force? I mean, X-Men? Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think Joker belongs Legion of Doom. I think so. I wish I remembered it was the source wall. It was the whole Scott Snyder. Was it? Who was the artist on that? Man, I have the books here. I bet you. But
it's okay, people ain't got time for you to dig through your books.
It was the whole source wall stuff, right? Perpetua, and that they broke it was off of the events of the Dark Knights, right? When they broke the wall and all that stuff and unleashed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right?
There's like a crazy wall, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So then you had Grodd, you had Luthor, you had Cheetah, Sinestro. Yeah, so this was Manipul was doing a bit of it.
Look at this. Look how organized Rob's books are. I'm pretty jealous. He actually was able to just pop open a box and go through it. Like, that's impressive, folks. I know a lot of people are picking up long boxes and short boxes from us.
Okay.
And organizing their books, but yeah, this is impressive when you can find your books and dig through them like a file cabinet.
So here we go.
So you're the villain.
You're the villain. Legion of Doom. So as you can see, we have Grodd. We had Sinestro. You had Cheetah there. You have Brainiac. I don't remember who the baby was off the top of my head. Now in this cover, there is no Joker, but the Joker was part of this, the Legion of Doom on the storyline. So, I can't remember who the baby was. all I know is, if I remember correctly, the baby was sucking the Speed Force out of Barry Allen.
That is such a weird statement.
Stop it, John. You're an asshole.
That is the year of the villain crossover, right?
Yeah. Well, no, that was the year of the villain, but they were part of the Legion of Doom. So there you go. I'm just trying to think what else, John. So Boys 3.
Boys 3, Mulan dropped. Bill and Ted's just dropped.
Saw it. I rented it. So I showed my son, 11 and a half, last weekend or weekend before last. We watched Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure. We saw Bogus Journey. I know that Stu is a big fan of Bogus Journey. I don't know why. I don't remember why. It's our generation.
It's like our generation. When we were kids, we were able to watch that movie. And it's so silly. Like, when I think about the plot points in my head right now, I think, this is probably going to be bad on the rewatch. But I remember, like, there's very few movies that you watch in, like, the double digits. And I'm pretty sure me and my brother watched Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey in the double digits.
It's not funny.
It was. It had death. Well, like I said, I haven't rewatched it lately. So at the time I was a kid. Yeah, and even the song at the end, I remember loving the song at the end. The God gave rock and roll to me.
Yeah, it was Kiss. We only laughed at one part when with Death, and that was about it. I was really surprised.
Death was like hanging out with them, and it had the weird alien dude.
A station. That movie does not hold up. I'm going to tell you that right now. Bill and Ted's does not hold up. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure totally holds up and is fun. Bill and Ted 3, it's better than number 2 than Bogus Journey, which isn't saying a lot. Not as good as Excellent Adventure, but it was fun. Listen, it was a $20 rental on iTunes or Google Play or the PlayStation Store for $20. You get it for 48 hours. I highly recommend watching it. It is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Did it go to theaters at all? Do you know?
It did. It did. It was
theaters,
also in theaters. Yeah. So the theater out by me, Landmark out in Whitby, it was playing there. But I just chose to rent it.
Yeah. So Fraser liked it. So yeah, I think a lot of people. I think generally it is well received.
It has been. Yeah, it has been. I like Andre is trying. So for the people looking at the comments, Andre was trying to nut me, saying Betty had it planned. I didn't have it planned. I have this short box here, and you know what? It's all of the issues I was collecting, but what was happening was I didn't want to have all these boxes, so I was just collecting. Like once I got like 10 of a certain issue, I would then go and put them in my long box, right? And then I would have like the remaining 5. So I've always have 5 or 6 of the current issues in this box, right? So that's all it is. But yeah, it just so happened to be that I just happened to have the Justice. Shut up, John. I stopped collecting after Snyder. After Scott Snyder left JL, I stopped collecting it. So. Fraser rented Bill and Ted 3 on Bell. Yep, we could totally do that. Do it, whether it was Bell or Rogers or, like I said, whatever service.
I think PlayStation Network, you can get it as well. Like
I just use iTunes.
I run everything off my PS4, so you'll see me mention that a lot. But yeah.
If for those who would like to maybe revisit the first 2, it's still on iTunes. I checked this morning, $10 for both movies. So it's $5 a movie for those who have a problem with math.
Thanks, Rob. That was the one that we had a problem with. Something a little more complicated.
Says the guy who
that, buddy.
And after that, I'm done. So yeah, I saw Tenet. I went to the theater. The theater.
Tenet.
Really the wife and I went to the theater. I didn't think I was going to want to venture out, but Stu practically dared me to.
No, he didn't. He described his experience, and it was a good experience. And they're working hard there. Like I don't know how your experience was, but I've heard several people talk about what the theaters are doing. I feel bad for them. I don't know how they're going to be able to manage to run with only like 8-10 people watching a screen at a time. But it creates a pretty comfortable environment for you. Multiple rows empty ahead and behind you and next to you and things like that. But, I'll let their PR take care of that.
Well, listen, we only had 6 people in our theater. So, not to get too inside baseball, but I have a son who's got a heart condition, and in this COVID times, it's kind of, we're always he's at the forefront of our mind on the things that we do. We can't live in a bubble, like aside from the one that the government has imposed, but we can't physically put each other into a bubble. But he's healthy. He's a fine kid. He goes to school and everything else like that. But do you want to take a chance going to the theater? So my wife and I decided, let's go to see Tenet, see how the theater operates and runs. And all I'm going to say is, if Wonder Woman 84 drops in October, and things are still relatively okay number-wise, I would totally take him to the theater to see it. So because the theater did a great job.
Yeah. Look it up online. You can see the seats you can book. You can call your theater and ask them, and if you deem it comfortable for you to go and do it, then Yeah. But if not, then then hope for the digital drops.
Yes. Yeah. That's the other thing. Tenet was good. My wife was not a fan of it, but I'm a big Chris Nolan fan, so she didn't like it, but I thought it was quite good. God, I felt like there was something else, some stuff that happened in the news, John, and I wish I could remember off the top of my head. You see
the Batman got shut down because Robert Pattinson was revealed to have COVID.
Yep.
So best wishes to him. Hopefully he's all right. All right, cool. We were stalling to see if we can get Jowy on. She might be coming on in a second. But yeah, in the Rocks family, there's some stuff going down. We wish them well. We hope it's nothing serious,
Yeah. So
we'll see how it goes.
My understanding is that, so Pattinson did, he diagnosed with COVID-19. He is obviously not filming, but production is still continuing on scenes that don't necessarily need to involve him or could use stunt actors or whatever. So that's good. So at least it's not shutting down. The show, The Rock, his whole entire family. So like as John said, hopefully things go well. Man, I guess we don't want to get too into it, but Ray Fisher is really lighting the world on fire right now with his social media posts with respect to Warner Brothers, Warner Media, Jeff Johns, John Berg, and Joss Whedon. There's a lot of information there, and so if anybody is interested in that, I would suggest just checking out Ray Fisher's Instagram feeds. Yesterday, though, Jason Momoa he posted something saying that he supports Ray Fisher, so that's good.
What was it? Did you recap that? What was the overall issue with Fisher?
So apparently, Warner Brothers released a statement last Friday saying that Ray Fisher has not been cooperating with the investigation. Ray Fisher came back and said, actually, I have been. I wanted to vet the investigator, and this is the email I sent my team following the investigation. Hey, Joey. And so they kind of supported his position at least. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Ray Fisher is just like saying screw it to Warner Brothers and is, it's pretty crazy. What's been going on?
We got Joey in the mix. There we go. Look at that. That's
Joey.
Oh,
we got Joey from the comfort of her car.
From the comfort of my car. Yeah, this is what I do. I'm kind of like the team's nomad.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, Jesse just asked a question about if we like the new Batmobile. I'm assuming he's bringing that up with respect to Three Jokers Batmobile.
Yeah, or the movie. I thought he was talking about the movie.
Oh, you're right. Well, just as if it's the Three Jokers one, you'll notice it looks very similar to the '89 Batmobile. But did you know Jason Fabok's brother? Did you know Jason Fabok's brother is an engineer, and I think he designs cars. I think he works for a car company, and he actually helped design and render this 3D model on the Batmobile based on Fabok's designs.
How convenient! That's amazing.
I feel like I know a lot of stupid shit for no reason.
You feel like, or you do?
Three of us work.
Yeah, I probably do. It's really sad. But if Jesse was referring to the Batman movie, John,
I love it so much. I don't know if it's supposed to be an old 60s, 70s era Mustang or Chevelle or whatever, but I'm like 100% in for that Batmobile. And
me too.
If it looks as good on screen as some of the shots and stuff, it probably will become my favorite Batmobile.
Really?
And I feel like we could build it.
Is that the main reason why you like it? Is because we can build it?
It's really based on in real life. Like you can build like the '89 Batmobile looks very much like a Corvette of the 70s era. It does. It kind of it looks like an extended, like you would throw a bunch of junk on it, right? Like I believe Brampton or Hamilton Batman, I don't know what he's called. He drives around
Brampton.
Yeah, he drives around the '89 Batmobile. Brought a kit for a 300C.
Yeah, I actually I see him a few times because I'm from the Peel region, but I haven't seen him in a long time. So but it's really bang on. Like I don't know if he takes that to like Comic-Con or like Fan Expo, but it's worth it. It's worth seeing it in person. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
So okay, let me ask you: if you had to buy a car based off of a movie or TV property, which car would you buy?
You're talking to Transformers people, Rob.
Okay, but it can't be a car that transforms. I'm just saying, like, you're going to drive around an Optimus in an 18-wheeler, hard to back up into your driveway at night when you want to sneak in.
There's so much to choose from, but I think I would have to pick Kit from Knight Rider.
Yes, that's
and I think that's what Rob was fishing for.
I actually tried to find, and I did locate a car back 10 years ago that I wanted to buy, and it was all done. They had the bowling ball wheel caps, and it was all tricked out like Kit. And I remember saying to my wife, like, I want this car, and she was like, no. And that ended that.
That was it. That was the end of that story.
Done.
Well,
yeah.
I can't imagine.
I know the lesson of the story is don't get a wife, but they're really
no. You buy it and deal with the consequences after. I don't endorse that, but
that's all of the statues.
That's how a lot of people do it.
That's all of the statues and comic books I have, John. That's what that is for, not cars.
I'm going to have a very interesting time if one day I do become a wife, because I'm not going to say no. I'm going to be like, what else are we doing?
You're going to accumulate too much stuff.
You say that, Joey.
Really? Because I might be the problem. That's the issue. I might be the problem.
Fraser says he would get a DeLorean.
Yep.
So, hey,
DeLorean.
Fraser, funny about this. So on Crave, there are 2 movies based on John DeLorean. One is a docudrama that has Alec Baldwin called Framing John DeLorean. And so they intermix a lot of documentary footage about John DeLorean and what happened when he left GM and created, and then Alec Baldwin plays him in the dramatic parts of it to reenact the reenactments. It is very interesting. It's 90 minutes. It feels like 2 hours, but if you're a fan of the DeLorean motor vehicle,
or 3,
yeah, I would definitely recommend watching it if you have nothing else to do. But yes, so I spent part of my vacation watching this John DeLorean documentary.
Okay, but I'll save you the trouble of watching the documentary, and do not get a DeLorean because they are notoriously terrible in all categories: handling, speed, like performance, you name it. They look good on the outside, but you're gonna have to put a lot of work into it if you actually want to drive it and feel like you're driving a car.
Essentially, I'm down with Kit. Like a DeLorean is cool because, like, the wheels like do that thing, like it kind of
They
goes
flip horizontally,
and
yes.
then it hovers, and there's so many things. Like, if past Joey forgot to do something, then future Joey can do something about it. However,
okay, time traveling DeLorean is a completely different story.
that is also, yes, but I think that I'm still gonna go with Kit. Like if I had to choose between the two. But also, I think I'm inkling towards it because I've heard a lot about Teslas lately, and I think that's just like a cooler Tesla. Like, I mean, the upgrades, if Kit was actually a vehicle right now, like fully functioning and everything, I get so much things done.
I'm surprised they haven't released a voice package that you could buy for Tesla.
Well, so they actually released a GPS. This is before our smartphones were our GPS units, but they had released a GPS unit that was Knight Rider branded, and it actually had the voice of Kit. He did it all.
Sick.
Yeah, and so you could, I actually went to go buy one of these things, and then it was like $279, and I was like, oh, and then I waited like a month, and people were like, "There's no updates, there's no new streets coming," like, and I was like, "Well, what good is that?" So I decided not to. The DeLorean, though, let me ask you a question: what works? What sounds better? All right, ready? When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Or when this baby hits 141.622 kilometers an hour, you're going to see some serious shit. Which one works better?
I'm going to say you're a nerd, Rob.
I was like,
and I'm not playing your nerd games.
I was trying to hold that in so hard. I was like, you're speaking to like the wrong kind of Asian if the case of that you're on that math right
so
now.
Rob, since you're a math whiz, how did you do the math on that conversion off your head? Or did you just look it up in your phone?
I Googled it.
Or hold on a second. Or did Matthew Chang text you right now?
No, I Googled it. I said, "What's 88 miles per hour to kilometers?" And it just told me.
Why did you use your math since you're so good at math? You're dividing up 10 by 2.
That's so good. Guys, I hopped on for a specific reason as well.
Yes.
And
I was going to wrap us up here.
No, I booted out of work because I really needed to say something. And I wanted to say congratulations to Heroes World for being a nominee in the Joe Shuster Awards. And Rob, you look like you're so completely surprised. But have you guys checked the Joe Shuster website?
We have not.
Yeah, I don't know why nobody's told you that yet. But you guys are one of the nominees. You guys are one of the stores that are nominated to win the Retailer Award.
This is
Which when I worked in Gotham in 2019, we won that award. So I think we're taking turns here. Go check it.
I'm on the site now. I'm trying to look it up so we can pop it on the screen for people. But
yeah, it's the Kramer Retailer Award. But I actually had found this out because one of my friends from Facebook, Daryl, if you're watching, hello. he congratulated Andre. Do you know Daryl Colson?
I don't.
Is he from Cyber City?
Sorry. Oh, well, he's a Gotham family.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Daryl.
Do you guys
That's
see
awesome.
it?
No, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling on the web.
We're gonna believe you, and we're gonna pull that up later. I don't want to keep people on here for too long, but that's pretty cool.
For sure.
Yeah,
It's
we've been doing this
still-
for I don't know how long, and I believe this is the first time we've ever had such honor or nomination. So
Yeah.
I don't know what we need to do to ice that award, but it would be nice to ice that award.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep on doing these shows, and we're gonna keep on producing these little things that we do online that I think more than ever now do people really need some sort of different entertainment. You know what I mean? I think like not a lot of people are all that comfortable going to stores, and not a lot of people are as comfortable just having the life that we had pre-COVID. And I think you guys doing the shows, you guys doing the podcast, and you guys having like a really good time, and just showing everybody that you can still be that interactive without being together physically is really important. So I think that you guys are doing a good job with it. So we got to keep it up.
So it's the Harry Creamer. Yeah, you're right, Jody. Retailer Recognition Award.
Yeah.
Named after Harry Creamer, the original owner of Now and Then Books in Kitchener, Ontario.
That's right.
So the CCBCAA maintains a list of active comic book stores across the country and a database of recommendations, referrals, and secret shopper reports. So yeah, look at that. Heroes World is nominated with Alpha Comics in Calgary, Comic Book Addiction out in Whitby, Comic Hunter in Moncton, Cyber City Comics, Golden Age Collectibles in BC, and Library Z in Montreal. So where you go, John?
Oh, that's pretty sweet. We're gonna have to figure out how we can win this now.
Well, I mean, if there's going to be any secret shoppers, I mean, I guess look out for those. However, but now it's going to go into the poll, I think. So I think whenever that poll comes out, it's going to be going around on Facebook. It always goes around, and we're going to share that, and we're going to get you guys that award. But I think you guys totally deserve it. You guys are so interactive with the people.
It would be awesome to see it.
Yeah, we'll do it up.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Good. Yeah, man. Big congratulations to Andre and John. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and well, everybody here, we're all family. So if this is a Fast and the Furious movie, we'd be all in this together.
Oh my God! I get the S2000.
Oh, does that make me Paul Walker?
Yeah, you're the blondest one out of all of us.
You can shave it and go Vin Diesel.
Yeah. No, hold on. Andre's Vin Diesel. No, but then that would make John Paul Walker.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, you can't make Andre not Vin Diesel.
Well, as long as I'm the guy from the first movie who was like looked like a meth head but was really good with computers and math, as long as I'm not that guy, I'll be okay.
Or we could throw the people off and have you as the only white guy casted in an Asian role, so you could be Han. So you're the guy that just eats the snacks, and we can do that for everybody else.
Or I can be Deckard Shaw.
No.
Wow, that was dismissed like quickly.
I think you should take a Tyrese role because he's exactly you in the series. He just makes jokes and busts people's chops.
As I was looking at John, why didn't I think of Tyrese like right away? But I'm not going to take the reins to this because I am essentially part of the Heroes World family now as well. Jessica Archer is going to be Letty. I'm going to let her take that because she's like the main, and then I'll take the second chick, whoever played Jordana Brewster.
This is a good one, Fraser. All right.
Fraser,
I don't know if we can top that. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you and I were friends, man.
You think they are?
You were fellow lower deck haters.
Yeah, and now.
Shut up, Fraser. Has to be dumb.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, okay. So I guess we won't keep anyone too long. We're borderline getting to an hour here. So we did 3 Jokers. That's coming out on the podcast tomorrow. Heroes World Online. Please subscribe to the YouTube and subscribe to whatever you use, iTunes, Spotify, whatever you use. And Rob's holding a lightsaber. So we hope that we are getting together again. So if you like this team up right now of the 3 of us, we hope you are going to be tuning in next week. We'll have some fun coming up.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to tease anything else other than that.
Well,
go ahead.
This might be the last Rob and John show, but it's not going to be the last Rob, John, and Joey appearance.
Oh, you tease. Oh, you such a tease.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I guess that's it. That's
a good tease. Yeah, that's a good tease, and we hope to have more. Yeah, and hopefully more. I think Andre wants to start doing some stuff too, so we'll see some more Andre. Hopefully.
Yeah. See some more Dom.
Yeah. Well, he did a great interview with Andrew Kwan, a local artist. So please check that out. And he hopes to get in touch with more local artists and even non-local artists. So that's another tease too.
Yeah.
But I think we're good. Yeah. You and Fraser still a team, but that was a good burn. I love that burn.
That was a good burn. I listen. Props to Fraser. Fuck you.
All right, guys, I'm gonna log out because I actually need to start driving. My car has just been idle like all this time.
Oh my god. Okay, go Joey. Thank you for dropping in.
I'm gonna go drive, and I'll see you guys next week. That's my little wink for the.
Interesting.
Okay, and I'll see you guys soon.
Thanks for also supplying the sound effects of the wink because we couldn't actually see it.
Yeah, well, I'm an animated person. There's a reason why I'm in all these shows. It's because I do my own sound effects. I do my own stunts. I do my own hair, which is terrible. Oh my god, I can't believe I even hopped on right now. But
it looks good. Oh
man, this is like yesterday's show's hair because I had to film last night as well.
No, it looks good, Joey.
Thanks, guys.
So we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Safe.
Bye.
Yes. Bye.
Great.
Yeah, John. So, so I would suggest is that people please keep your eye out on the Facebook page. Keep your eye out on your Instagram page. There you go. Keep your eye out.
All the time show.
Keep your eye out on your social media, and just wait to see what may or may not be happening for next week.
Yes, very cool. All right, cool. Thank you very much, guys. 3 Jokers tomorrow. Be ready by 9 a.m.
And I'm excited for people to listen to it, man.
Yeah. And thanks for hopping on, Rob. Thanks for everyone for tuning in and participating. And we'll check you guys later.
All right. See ya.
Good burn. It was solid burn. That's straight out of 70. Burn.